Have you ever considered that the very thoughts you believe are yours, the convictions you hold deepest, might not originate within you at all? What if your mind is a battlefield, and the weapons are not steel or fire, but unseen, unheard words, expertly fashioned to carve new realities into your subconscious? This is not a conspiracy theory. This is the chilling science of Dark Linguistic Programming, a silent war waged for your attention, your belief, your very will. Imagine a subtle, almost imperceptible current. It flows through every speech you hear, every advertisement you see, every news report you consume. It shapes your perceptions. It directs your desires. It molds your reality, all without your conscious consent. But how can mere words hold such power? How can they bypass your rational defenses? The answer lies in the clandestine techniques of covert hypnosis.
Not the swinging pendulum you imagine, but a sophisticated tapestry of linguistic cues designed to induce a trance-like state, a receptiveness, where deeply held convictions can be rewritten. We are talking about the careful selection of specific vocabulary formulated not just for meaning, but for its psychological resonance, its ability to bypass the conscious guard and speak directly to the raw, primal layers of your mind. Every politician, every marketer, every influencer wielding significant power, consciously or unconsciously employs these methods. They understand the profound vulnerability of the human subconscious. They grasp that the mind is a garden and words are seeds. Plant enough of the right seeds, and soon a new landscape emerges, a landscape entirely of their design. But what are these techniques? How do they function in the shadows of our everyday interactions? Consider the art of framing. A single word can entirely shift your perception of an event, a person, or an idea.
Is it a tax burden or a civic contribution? Is the individual a freedom fighter or a terrorist? The facts remain unchanged. The reality in your mind, however, is the cold reality of information is twisted, shaped into a narrative that serves a hidden agenda. The language of manipulation often thrives on semantic ambiguity. Words are chosen that possess multiple interpretations. They can be vague enough. They glide over the surface of your mind, implanting a feeling of agreement, a sense of shared purpose, without ever engaging your critical thought. Words are chosen that possess multiple interpretations. They can be vague enough to resonate with different groups, allowing each to project their own meaning, creating a false sense of consensus. Think of political slogans that sound universally appealing but lack concrete definition. They glide over the surface of your mind, implanting a feeling of agreement, a sense of shared purpose, without ever engaging your critical thought.
This is the art of saying everything, yet nothing, leaving you with an impression crafted entirely by the speaker. But what if the goal is not just to change your mind, but to change your very emotional state? This is where emotional triggers come into play. Certain words, through repeated association and cultural conditioning, become potent keys to unlock specific feelings: fear, anger, hope, patriotism. These words are deployed strategically, not to inform, but to incite. They bypass the logical processing centers of the brain, striking directly at the limbic system, the seat of emotion. Your heart races, your palms sweat, your breath quickens, all because of a carefully chosen sequence of sounds, a sequence designed to make you react, not reflect. Then there is the insidious power of repetition. The mere exposure effect suggests that the more frequently you encounter a word, a phrase, or an idea, the more you begin to accept it as true, or at least familiar and less threatening.
It seeps into your consciousness like water eroding stone. Fake news, stronger together, alternative facts. Repeat them enough and they become part of the lexicon, part of the accepted reality. Your initial resistance wanes, replaced by a dull acceptance, a quiet resignation. This constant drumbeat, this relentless echo, transforms the improbable into the undeniable. The chilling question then arises: are these techniques merely persuasive, or are they truly a form of mental control? Let us delve deeper into the covert hypnosis techniques. These are not about putting you to sleep, but about guiding your... These are not random. They are carefully orchestrated to create a hypnotic rhythm, a pattern that bypasses the conscious mind and speaks directly to the subconscious.
The rising and falling inflections. These are not random.
They are carefully orchestrated to create a hypnotic rhythm, a pattern that bypasses the conscious mind and speaks directly to the subconscious. Your brain, seeking to anticipate the next beat, becomes mesmerized, more open to receiving information without critical analysis. Embedded commands are another potent tool. These are suggestions subtly woven into everyday sentences, often delivered with a slight vocal emphasis, a gesture, or a brief pause, making them stand out to the subconscious while remaining unnoticed by the conscious mind. I want you to feel confident about this decision. We must understand the urgency of this situation. The conscious mind processes the whole sentence. The subconscious registers. The manipulator first paces you, aligning with your current state, your fears, your hopes, your language patterns. They reflect your reality.
This is the very essence of pacing and leading.
The manipulator first paces you, aligning with your current state, your fears, your hopes, your language patterns. They reflect your reality. Then, once rapport is established, they subtly lead you in a desired direction, presenting their agenda as a natural extension of your own thoughts. It feels like a collaborative journey, but the destination was predetermined. Your own emotions are mirrored back to you, validating them before being subtly redirected towards a new, pre-scripted conclusion. The stakes are immense. Your autonomy, your critical thinking, your very freedom of thought is at risk. But you are not alone in noticing this. We are a community of truth seekers, of those who refuse to have their minds silently hijacked. It is your engagement, your questions, your insights, however brief, that fuel this vital engine. A 5-second comment, a simple like, a shared thought. These are the digital sparks that keep the algorithms recognizing this crucial discussion. So, to our loyal followers, to those who understand the silent battles being fought for our minds, thank you. Your voice truly mattered. Join this elite group by subscribing and hitting that bell, ensuring these vital insights reach more who... Now, let us return to the shadows. The advertising world masters this. They don't sell products, they sell emotions, identities, aspirations. A luxury car isn't just transportation, it's freedom, status, power. A certain brand of coffee isn't just a beverage, it's comfort, community, a ritual. They link their product to your deepest, often unarticulated desires and fears. They bypass the rational argument for quality or price, and instead craft an emotional narrative that embeds their offering into your psychological landscape. The product becomes a symbol, a solution to an internal longing, not just an object. Political speeches, too, are masterclasses in dark linguistic programming. They use a technique called future pacing, where they paint vivid, emotional pictures of a desired future or a terrifying alternative, making you feel as if you are already experiencing it. They anchor positive emotions to their policies and negative emotions to their opponent. They use collective pronouns like we and us to create a sense of unity and shared identity, subtly implying that if you are not with them, you are against the collective, against your own people. This powerful tactic exploits our innate human need for belonging and acceptance. The ultimate goal is a form of engineered consensus, a world where individuals believe they are making independent choices, when in reality, their thoughts, beliefs, and even their emotional responses have been carefully curated. The constant bombardment of specific language, the subtle hypnotic rhythms, the carefully placed emotional triggers, these combine to create a pervasive atmosphere, a filter through which all information must pass. The steel cage is invisible. The chains are made of words. You feel their presence only when you try to pull away, when you try to think differently. But what happens when you discover these invisible chains? What happens when you become aware of the silent architect behind your thoughts? The moment of awakening can be profoundly disorienting. You begin to question everything. Every news headline, every political statement, every advertisement. The world, once seemingly straightforward, reveals itself as a complex web of intended influences.
You see the subtle shifts in language, the carefully chosen euphemisms to soften harsh realities, the strategic deployment of emotionally charged rhetoric. Terms like collateral damage instead of civilian deaths, enhanced interrogation techniques instead of torture. These are not mere linguistic choices. They are psychological operations designed to numb your empathy, to sanitize the unspeakable. This constant vigilance can be exhausting, yet it is your only defense. The awareness itself is a shield, a critical lens through which you can filter the constant stream of linguistic programming.
It is fought with words. Subscribe and comment your thoughts on this silent war. Remember, your thoughts are the ultimate prize, and the architects of linguistic control will never cease their subtle, relentless pursuit of them. The battle for your mind is real. It is fought with words. Subscribe and comment your thoughts on this silent war. Remember, your thoughts are the ultimate prize, and the architects of linguistic control will never cease their subtle, relentless pursuit of them.